the Miscreant Hour.
Sometimes you need to know when to put on your pants and leave.
Yeah, just seriously, put your dick away and bounce. Hello.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, party people?
Oh, it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're all clamming for another Miscreant Hour episode, right?
Yeah,
Probably
seriously.
not.
Yeah, my bad about that. Life gets in the way.
Yeah.
What can we say?
Hey, happens to everybody.
But we're here, we're back for another edition of the Miscreant Hour. It's your boy, Mr. Scag.
And Mr. Blue.
Hopefully everyone had a good little hiatus from us, and everyone stayed out of trouble.
It's probably much needed.
You
You can't have too much of this shit, right?
I can't. That's for sure. I think I needed a break because I
Is it too
get
much?
mad at ourselves because it sucks.
Is it too much negativity?
Maybe.
Is it
I don't
like-
know. But you know what? It's like fucking effort. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we have to plan when to do these shows, and we have to like get our schedules in order.
Right.
And like sometimes I feel like getting laid instead, so then I go do that.
Yeah,
And sometimes he feels like getting laid instead, so he goes to fuck his girlfriend. So sometimes, you know, that's how you
It's
can end
hard.
up with like 2-week break.
When you have two attractive men doing a radio or online
Can become
podcast,
very difficult.
things have become difficult. Look,
Yeah.
we have a hard life. We have too many girls that want to fuck us. It's hard.
It's really the problem, is what that is.
Yeah.
It's my burden to bear.
Ugh, I
If
know.
I can say,
I know. It's tough, man.
you know, but someone has to walk that path,
I
and I
know.
guess it's me. So
Yeah.
Anyway, we're glad to be back. We wanted to get this out, say hello to all of our fine fans, and I guess just bullshit for a little while.
Yeah, why not?
So I haven't even seen this guy, and I think since we did the last show.
Yeah, so it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think so.
So
So I don't know. What have you been doing
I-
lately?
dude, working. I'm on this like they call it an extra list shift.
Yeah.
So they changed my schedule like almost day to day. Like I don't know
Sucks.
what I'm doing.
Yeah, I hate that. Not having a consistent schedule would be
Oh, fucking
kind of a
blows.
bummer.
And they can call me in the middle of the night. Hey, we need you like in like 2 hours. Come in. It's like, oh, are you fucking
Really?
kidding?
You get overtime for that?
Well, yeah. If it ends up going past my 40-hour work week, then yes, whatever those hours end up accumulating to would be overtime.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, man, it's a job.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta make money.
I'm getting paid well enough to do it. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm actually like, I know I'm getting a check every week, because before I wasn't. I didn't know if I was gonna be making any money that week. So,
Yeah, well, that's a shitty feeling.
yeah, it is. And the stress, man, I was under, like, I didn't even realize until I got my first paycheck
Yeah.
from this job, like how fucking stressed I was and like depressed and just the uncertainty of knowing what am I going to do with my life, my career. Am I ever going to get back to work here? What's going on? It's going to take a toll on you, you know?
Yep, I do know. Yep, it can be stressful, you know. And then once you do start working, it's stressful in a different way.
Then it's back to a different kind of
Yeah,
stress.
it's like a different kind of stress, just as shitty.
Just exhaustion.
Yeah, but you know, at least you're making money, and you know, unfortunately, that's what you need to have the world go around.
Yeah. Because I know we're both doing the show right now. We're both working long hours now. We're both like shot the fuck right now.
Yeah, I'm about to pass the fuck out
Yeah.
right now, and we're recording. Especially because we've been trying to do this for a few days, and one of the times was definitely my bad because we were supposed to record, and I ended up going out to dinner with this lady caller, and you know, we got drunk, and then I was like, you know, record a podcast.
Yeah.
Fuck this really hot chick.
Podcast.
Yeah, definitely a podcast. I picked a chick, so you know, I mean, what are you gonna do? Fuck. And then
Well, and I get a text from him, and it says, "Hey, I'm finished my second bottle of wine. Sorry, I really want to bang this chick." And that, you know, I really look. There's no hard feelings for me. I'm like,
Well,
I do the same thing.
yeah,
Go ahead.
as a guy, you can kind of understand that. Like, that's one of the funny distinctions between like men and women. Men are usually happy for each other even if like you have to bail on plans with one of your guy friends at the last minute to go get laid, your buddy's gonna be like, oh, you know what? I get that. Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
No love lost, really. You're like, go for it.
Not at all.
You know. But women are like the total opposite. Like, you know, if a woman...
That becomes like a fucking almost a year-long grudge, right?
Yeah, that becomes a big problem. Like, if a chick bails on another chick to go get laid, I mean, the girl takes it really personally.
Oh, yeah.
It's not okay for females. But men know that, like, you know, sometimes getting laid isn't like a guarantee. So when it pops up...
Oh, you gotta take it.
You have to take...
Oh, you gotta take it every time.
Take the chance. Like, you know, you gotta go for it. And as a fellow male and a friend, you'd be like, all right, I get that.
Yeah.
Dude's got to do what he's got to do. You know? I mean, if you do that all the time, then it's kind of douchey.
Then it'd be... Because, yeah, it's like, come on, man, how much you gotta get laid?
Right.
I know you're getting laid every day.
Yeah, you really...
Eventually, we gotta do this podcast.
Yeah, we've been trying to hang out for the past, like, you know, month, and you still are bailing to go get laid. Or if it's, like, a friend that you haven't seen in, like, a long time, maybe, and you made plans, like, way in advance to hang out. You're not going to be able to hang out for a long time after, and your buddy's waiting at the bar, and you text him 20 minutes before he's supposed to be there, and be like, sorry, dude, I'm not coming.
Well, that's fucked
getting
up.
laid. Be like, you know what?
If you made your friend leave the house and you stand them up.
Yeah, that's kind of douchey.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking douchey. He's right.
Yeah. But anyway, the night was good. I went out with this girl that I had met just around my job. She works at the school nearby, and you know, we went out for some drinks, fancy restaurant. Italian, yeah. And unfortunately, I spent a lot of fucking money. I didn't realize. When the bill came, I was like, oh my god, that's really better be worth it, because I just shelled out a lot of money for the shit.
Roundabout, would you drop?
For the two of us, we were there for maybe 2 hours.
A couple hundo?
Like $300.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's the booze. It's the real killer.
That's what it was.
Yeah, you know, because when you go to restaurants, they mark up the price of the alcohol so much. That's the real killer.
Oh yeah, and you said you were getting bottled off them. Okay.
Yeah, we got a couple bottles. We started out with a couple cocktails. I had a glass of
Scotch.
scotch.
And the dinner's got to be 20-some to 30, maybe, right?
Yeah, the dinner, it was like $30 per dish. So appetizer, dinner, dessert, and then, you know, 2 bottles of wine and a couple cocktails each in between, and plus the tip. And before you know it, you're shelling out, you know, hundreds of fucking dollars. But it was fun. I had a good time. It was worth it. Yeah, I had a good time. You know, I like to go out to nice places every once in a while.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's good to treat yourself.
Yeah,
like
it's good. It's good to treat yourself. So and she was fun. You know, she wasn't like a ditzy, you know, moron, or, you know, she was funny. We had a good time. We laughed. We drank, and we had great sex afterwards.
She was cute.
She was cute. Yeah, very cute.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the sex like?
It was actually, I've been trying to think since it happened if it was the best sex that I've had since I broke up with my ex-girlfriend. It may have been the best since then. I mean, I've had a couple ones that were really good.
Wow.
But this one was definitely up there.
You know, man, I can't for the life of me. I mean, you can have really intense and whatever in the moment sex, but I've never had amazing hookup sex. I don't think I've ever have. I don't think. I'd have to do some searching in my mind, but
yeah, it's you mean for a first time thing?
First time.
Yeah, it's not a common thing to have it be incredible for a first time thing. Every once in a while, you find somebody who just have a really good
you just happen to match up with.
Yeah, you just match up really, really well, and that was definitely the case this time. We're 2 puzzle pieces, just
right, perfect
fit really well. Well, I didn't fit really well, but I made it work.
You never do. Ding 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 ding.
Oh god, such an egotistical fucking asshole. Oh shit.
How many times did she say ouch?
Oh, a bunch of times actually. A good few times. How much blood approximately was there?
A quart? Only a pint this time?
A pint of blood. Shit. Yeah, it was cool. I'm gonna see her again, I think, tomorrow. It's tomorrow Saturday.
Cool. Are you digging her?
I like this
one.
Is
it going to turn into a long-term fling, maybe?
Long-term.
That scares you. That word scares you still.
I seriously doubt it. like I do like her, but the scarring from my last long-term
That was
relationship
pretty traumatic. Yeah.
traumatized me so bad that I think even if I really fell head over heels for another chick, I would just still run the other way because it's like just fuck that.
Well, after that, what happened with your last ex?
Ugh.
How long do you think you would need to fully recover? I mean, can you assess
And be able to have,
internally where you're at right now
and recover to have like another long-term relationship?
At least be open to it.
I don't know. As time goes on, like I'm slowly becoming more and more that way. The first couple months after we broke up, I barely called a girl back twice. You know what I mean? I would meet, fuck, move on. Like I was literally so afraid of commitment and didn't want any commitment that I wasn't even ready to see a girl more than like maybe 2 times.
Yeah.
So it's gotten a lot better since then, where I'm able to kind of like have a couple different flings at once and see a couple girls like at multiple times. But to get to the point where I'd actually consider like having a relationship again or being like monogamous with one female, I don't know. Still choppy waters there. Yeah. Because my last ex was such a fucking nightmare that man. I mean, bitch did damage.
Oh man, I guess that. The kind of shit that you put up with.
Can you blame me, dude?
Oh no, not at all.
You know exactly what
the kind of shit you put up that you end up putting up with. That would exhaust anybody from a relationship.
Yeah, I mean, it really would. Just
like
tires you out.
Cunty.
She was so cunty.
Oh. And maybe this is like a gay ass joke. I was gonna say, and not just the C with all caps, the entire thing in caps.
Yeah, she was really cunty. That was like the perfect like way to describe her.
And she's just like you can tell she's like a little fake.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Like, I think she's not a people person. She's good at faking it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've been around her where she seemed nice and whatnot.
She puts up a good front. She puts up a good wall of bullshit.
Yeah.
She was just all walls.
But she's kind of I can tell she's not a nice person.
She's kind of a mean bitch
really?
down deep at heart.
It's something I can sense that she's not really that nice of a person.
Not really. See, the problem with our relationship is like why it kept going the way it did is like we would just fuck all of our problems away. Like an issue would come up, instead of dealing with it, we would just have sex, and we had great sex, and we were very like physically attracted to each other.
Yeah.
And, so that's like we just masked everything by just like fucking all the time, and then eventually got to the point where it's just like okay, I can't just like bang this away anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like
not even the best sex can make all that bullshit worth it.
No, not after a while. No,
not after a while.
Can't. No,
yeah,
definitely can't. You may be able to do that for a little while, and we did it for 2 years. But after a period of time, even if the sex is fantastic, it comes to the point where you're just like, I cannot do this. It's like I'm willing to forgo this amazing physical connection just to not have to see your face anymore, because I can't deal with all the other bullshit.
Yeah. I'm on the same page. I don't know if I give you credit for lasting 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I mean, it's not like that's something that happened like a year and 6 months in. You started having problems. You guys were at each other's throats from year one.
Pretty much right away.
Almost right away.
Yeah,
right.
We started beefing and like getting into like heated screaming matches and saying really mean foul shit to each other.
On.
Really early on. I'm talking like a few months.
Yeah. And you guys lasted 2 years.
Yeah. But I mean, see, like we would have periods where things would be really great, and then it would kind of like lull us into like a false sense of security, thinking that like, oh, we fixed whatever was wrong, and then they would blow up again, and then we would just like have sex a lot, and then just kind of rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
And you get comfortable with somebody, so the time flies by. Yeah, it's
you
very
get comfortable
easy.
in those routines.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how. I mean, people stay in like shitty relationships for sometimes way longer than 2 years.
Yeah.
And you realize how easy that is because it definitely becomes comfortable. And human beings, we are creatures of habit, And
I really, not all the times that I've broken up with an ex, and that period of sadness and where I was like felt like such shit.
Yeah.
And I realized whenever I've gotten past that time, I realized that all those feelings were just because I broke my routine.
Yeah, you lost that sense of like being
that
comfortable,
security
that
in that
security.
routine.
Yeah, because you became accustomed to that routine of seeing that person and hanging out with them, and even the fighting and the problems become a routine that you that you're used to. You become used to that. It becomes normal and expected.
And even fuck it, you're right about that. And it becomes like something almost that you need.
Yeah, exactly.
I need this struggle. I need to have that there.
Yeah, I need to like have this happen. Like I need to have these blow ups where like we, and then we hate each other and then say mean shit and don't talk to each other for 2 days and then fuck it all away and then blah blah blah. And then you get so used to the cycle that you just like stay in it and you put these negative aspects of it to the back burner.
And then when you break up and you actually finally get to the place where you're over it, you can look back and be like, oh shit, I wasn't really even fucking happy.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy for a long time.
Yeah, that realization comes afterwards. After like the initial
the fog
shock
clears.
and the fog clears, you finally do realize it. Like, wow, like that was just not good at all.
That wasn't really healthy.
Like, that really was like so unhealthy, and it was such a disaster that like you don't realize it when you're in it, or you have to really remove yourself from it for a good period of time.
Because it's like chopping your arm off. It becomes like an appendage or extension of yourself.
Yeah, you could get like that phantom limb syndrome for a little while.
Yeah.
You kind of still feel like you have it, but you don't.
In your mind, like even though at certain times it sucks having a third arm or something.
Yeah.
But you're like, no, it's a part of me. Why would I cut it off?
Yeah, you're so used to it.
Mm-hmm. You're just so used to it. It's like, nah, this is just, it is. It's my arm. Even though it's a third arm and it fucking blows. But it's got to be there. It's part of me. It's me.
Yeah. Yep, I think that is definitely true. I think a lot of people go through that. And and that's like another part of the reason why I'm not rushing to get back into any kind of relationship with somebody, because I don't want to have to go through what I just went through all fucking over again.
Yeah, you need a good break after that
one.
Yeah,
I think you need.
That was 2 years, man. You need a good break.
I need at least maybe like a year of just like having fun and having flings and having a good time before I even really consider like settling down with anybody.
2 years with your ex is like 10 years with somebody else.
Yeah,
in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
Just probably the amount of like exhaustion factor.
Right, because the way that we work together, and
where you're so
so
combative,
fiery,
and your personalities were too alpha for each other. I think.
Yeah, that's what it was. We were too alike. We just
too combative.
The way we handled
stubborn
confrontation. Yeah, exactly. Our stubbornness, the way we handled fights, our tendency to lash out.
Yeah.
Was just way too
and
similar.
Take a strong stance on your opinions.
Yeah, exactly. Way too fucking similar. So when you have two people like that, you just end up just clashing and butting heads, and eventually just blows up. But
someone like her, she needs she needs more like a passive guy.
Yeah, exactly what she needs.
Who's gonna let her walk all over him?
Yeah, she needs a guy who is pretty much a total pussy, who is gonna just cater to her every whim,
but still she's happy enough to get what she wants out of the relationship.
Yeah, she's gonna have to settle for some kind of monotony, because otherwise no one's gonna put up with that shit. No one's gonna put up with that shit. So you're gonna have to settle for somebody who's very boring and plain, but still is kind of fun in a little bit enough a way to at least make it like bearable. But who is patient with her shit, doesn't call her out on any bullshit, doesn't like confrontation.
No guy with balls is gonna put up with that bitch.
Hell no. So yeah, that's a good observation. And then in my respects, I need to find somebody who is like a little more chilled out to balance me out and like my fire. You know what I'm saying? So that way it doesn't clash with that other person. Like, I need a girl who's still fun and crazy, but not to the point where like it ends up in big, huge like blow-ups. Right. Where a girl who's a little more patient, where she can kind of like, see me kind of go off the end and deep end and just be like, all right, chill out, whatever. Instead of retaliate back with like her own venom.
Have civil discussions.
Yes, exactly.
And not complete blowouts.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking shots fired.
Yeah, and like true acceptance.
Blood spilled.
Yeah, it can't be that. Real acceptance where a girl like gets who I am, my past, all of my quirks, everything that, and literally accepts it. Doesn't just pretend to accept it, but actually does, you know, and like sticks around and deals with me through all the ups and downs, you know. So, you know, if I were to find somebody like that, you know, right now, you know, who knows? You know, I know how quickly, you know, relationships happen. I wasn't looking for a relationship when I met this last broad, you know, my ex, but it ended up being one. So I guess you can't really say if it will happen or won't happen. You meet that person, there's that connection. It's like that strong. And it kind of just happens. So
right. I think we're kind of attracted, or at least I gotta say, I was attracted to kind of similar girls you're attracted to. Where like you kind of like a girl with edge, you like a girl who's a little maybe nuttier than you should be dating, because they're a lot of fun.
It's pretty much, that's my MO. Like almost every girl that I've
dated
dated has been like that. A lot of
fun, man.
Yeah, they're fun.
But then you realize like long term, none of those chicks are ever gonna work out.
No, they all end up just being really unhealthy, unproductive relationships. But they're fun for a while, you know. Like, and that's just the kind of person I am. Like, I have a very up and down and crazy, passionate personality. So, you know, when I'm with someone like that, you know, I get like addicted to like the whole volatility of the whole situation. But that's not healthy. You know what I mean? I need to literally find the opposite of that.
I'm almost fascinated with, let's say, like, you have this idea in your mind of what kind of girl, this is the kind of girl I probably should be with, and kind of go, well, this would definitely work with. I'm curious whether maybe, if you actually found her, would you just not be quite satisfied enough?
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, this is everything I want. This is everything I should have. Things are going great. Fucking, maybe I should eventually someday marry this girl. But then you're like, but something's just not there.
Yeah, there's something that's not totally quite doing it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe. You know, I don't know.
Do you think you experienced that? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I think there's always going to be like a degree of me that's not going to be. I'm either going to be in a relationship that's like totally unhealthy and volatile, or I'm going to be in one that's just really fucking boring. You know, like that's been like what's the case for a while. But that's really because I've been unstable.
Yeah.
You know, so how can I expect?
It's hard to judge.
Yeah, it's hard to judge, really. Like, so how can I expect to get in a relationship with somebody that's healthy and stable and all good when I'm the exact opposite of all those things?
Right.
You know? So maybe once I finally settle down, like internally, then I'll be able to find something like that. Until then, I think I'm just going to just, you know.
Gotta have that hope.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's a complicated world.
Oh, it is. It really is. Oh, man.
So I have that going on, and on top of just like, you know, obviously relationships are stressful enough, but now I'm like, you know, obviously work and relationships and like paying bills.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're telling me you've been having like fucking creditors calling you up.
Yeah. Well, I've been having like creditors and debt collectors calling me for like years now, because like I went on such a huge bender years ago with the drugs that like I just maxed out all my credit cards and took out huge cash advances for like massive interest rates. Where I got like in the hole like thousands.
How deep, yo? How deep are you?
Right now, after paying like a good amount of it off, I still owe like $10,000, but I paid off like 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they're just banging down your door.
So one of them sued me.
Holy shit.
You know what I mean? So it's getting to that point. So I finally, I've saved up some money, and I'm finally like, okay, I'm gonna start calling some of these people and like settling and getting them off my back.
Yeah.
And God, they're such shiesty cunts. I don't know if you ever dealt with a debt collector before.
Never.
Yeah, you never been in like a hole where you had those people calling you. But they are really, when you hear stories about them being slime balls, but you never really see it until like you go through it firsthand. And they're fucked up, man. They'll try and totally gouge you. They'll try and make you pay money right then and there before there's any kind of deal in writing, and then claim that you never paid at all, and then charge you double, and they'll try and get access to your fucking bank account and do some shady shit.
Wow.
So
that sounds illegal.
Well, a lot of it is, but like it's so unregulated that they get away with all this really fucked up shit. Wow. And you really have to know what you're doing to stay away from that. And so rule number 1 is like you have to know what they legally can and can't do. Like you're not legally bound by anything that they say. You don't have to take any of their deals. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to nothing. You know, they don't actually have any legal power over you. They can sue you, you know, but they can't actually do anything.
Right.
And you know, a lot of times I just lowball the fuck out of them. You know, like you know, I've always been a good negotiator, so I've been able to cut a lot of the stuff that I owe like by more than half and offer them that. And they'll try and get you to pay with like this like phone payment service. Because I mean, the big rule is here's Mr. Scag's guide to settling debts. Anyone out there who's in the hole. First rule, when you're dealing with a scumbag piece of shit debt collector, is always get the deal in writing before you fork over any cash whatsoever.
Okay, so step one.
That's step one. Meeting a letter, you know, dictating all the terms, whatever you agree to settle for. Literally have them send a letter saying we agree that so-and-so amount settles this debt permanently. There will be no more future actions to collect this debt, blah, 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 blah. They sign it, you sign it, and only then do you fork over any money. Okay? Step two is don't get bullied by these people, because what they'll try and do, and they just tried to do to me, is after you make the deal on the phone, they'll try and say, oh, well, our preferred method of payment is a phone payment, same day. So, you know, we'll send that letter to you, but can you pay now over the phone? And literally they want you to give them over the phone your routing number, basically access to your banking account, so they can debit,
right.
so they can take it. So rule number 2, never give a debt collector access to your fucking bank account, ever.
Yeah.
Always send, you know, like a bank check, like a certified bank check or a money order, something that has no ties to your actual bank account. Send that to them as payment. After, like I said, you get the deal in writing, and then save that deal. So that way they can't come back after you and claim that you never paid or whatever, and they had no access to your account, because there's been tons of horror stories of these debt collectors just drawing people's accounts over and over, and having no proof. It happens all the fucking time. Those are the big main fucking rules. And rule number 3: don't be afraid to negotiate, and don't get scared of them wanting to sue you in court. You know, going to court costs a lot of money on their side, and they don't really want to do that. 90% of the time, they can't even prove that they rightfully even own that debt. So a lot of cases get thrown out in court anyway once they get there. So you can literally offer them, you know, less than half of whatever you owe, and they'll take it. You know, they'll take it.
Is it really their goal is just to get something from the guy?
Yeah, that's what they want. They want to get as much as they possibly can, but they don't want to chase you around forever. And they would rather cut their losses and at least get something than nothing. So you know, you'd be surprised what they'll take. If you owe $2,000, you can easily get them to, you know, take less than $1,000, you know, $700-800, you know, but make sure that, you know, it's legit. You know, a lot of times they'll do that, but then, you know, like I said, they won't get you to in writing, or they'll make it really shoddy, or they'll try and get access to your accounts, or they'll just do some shady shit, and you'll pay them the money, and then, you know, a month later you'll get another letter in the mail saying you still owe that money. And you're like, what the fuck? I paid already.
Right. I think you gotta be a fucking moron if you're getting some guy your bank routing number.
Yeah, but they bully people, and they count on people's ignorance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think like it's safe, like to give, like they give their credit card information over to all kinds of businesses and whatnot, and count on them to do the right thing. But debt collectors are not noble businessmen. You know what I mean? Like they literally are fucking scumbags.
Yeah. So, you gotta be, I think, to be good at the job, probably.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's I could never do that job, which is ironic because I have done debt collecting, just not that kind.
It's like, have you ever seen that movie like Glenn Ross?
Yes.
Those are the kind of guys they gotta be, probably.
Yeah.
Just fucking heavy hitting.
Yeah, just
will spin any kind of yarn to get you.
Slimy, slimy. They'll do whatever it takes to just to get one over on you. And those are the kind of people that do it.
You owe me a fucking Cadillac.
That was a good fucking movie.
One fucking Cadillac. I was gonna do the Pacino.
Yeah,
that movie's awesome.
That wasn't a bad.
There's some really great monologues in that fucking movie, man.
Yeah, I think almost every Pacino movie.
You faggot, you fairy.
You fucking faggot.
What made you think you could ever work with men?
That was awesome.
Oh fuck, that was good.
Yeah, that was good.
All right. So what else is new? Anything else? Works good aside from that? I know you're working some longer hours.
Yeah,
right? Some days.
Yeah, long hours, like driving a lot to all these different plants and shit around the city and the fucking tri-state area. So yeah, it's been okay, but it's cool. Like I went out a couple times with some, friends that I met through like work or like other places that we do work at, which is cool, which is fun. I never really did that, and it makes me feel more normal, being able to do shit like that.
Yeah, and you got to keep your mind off things. I know you're struggling to stay clean.
Exactly. So I got to stay busy, stay occupied.
You gotta be busy. That's for one. That's like I want to talk about rule number one. That's got to be rule number one for that.
Yeah,
keeping yourself occupied.
Yeah, boredom is the devil's playground for real. That's when you're bored and you have time to think. That's when your wheels start to spin and you start, you start thinking some fucked up shit.
You start thinking like some easy outs to make you feel good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's even for normal people, let alone an addict who already has an addiction and an addict personality. Alone time that you're just sitting thinking is the worst thing that you could ever possibly have, especially early sobriety. It's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
So working and staying busy and staying productive and doing positive things is the only way to really stay straight.
Yeah, setting goals.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Just anything to focus all of your energy on.
Yeah. What I'm choosing is work and sex. Those are my two things right now, and I'm
sex is better.
Sex is better, but no girl wants to fuck a broke guy, so you kind of have to
True.
work to fuck.
Right. That's they
go hand in hand.
Can't argue with that logic.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
All true. But yeah, you gotta be happy meeting me. I mean, you can't work yourself to death.
No, because then you don't have time to do anything anyway. And if all you do is just work, well, that's miserable in its own right. You gotta break it up. So
how about you still want to see the Smashing Pumpkins concert, Marilyn Manson?
When is that?
I forget, wasn't that like June or July or something?
Yeah, I think it was this summer. Yeah, I would love to see them. Yeah.
Want to go? Want to get tickets?
Yeah, to see how much
Definitely.
See, I don't think they're even that expensive, but I don't care.
They're actually not
whatever
that
they
bad.
are, I'd pay whatever to
That'd
see
be
them.
fucking awesome show.
Yeah, I love concerts, period. Especially seeing two bands like that, where the concerts
that's a great bill.
Great bill.
That's a nice fucking bill there.
Yeah, I never saw the Pumpkins. I seen Billy Corgan.
You saw Corgan with me one time.
Yeah, I saw Billy Corgan. I never actually saw the Pumpkins play.
So this is gonna be basically like that, but much, much better.
Yeah, because I've never seen Manson either.
Yeah, me either. Yeah, and that's gotta be some kind of experience in itself, right?
Yeah. I've seen like YouTube clips and shit of his concerts, and he's always been famous for having totally hectic and wild concerts. So that would be a blast.
I don't know.
And it'd just be a fun night,
Right.
Go out and fucking drink and party and go to the show.
The show near the casino, right? Is it near Foxwoods?
Yeah, Foxwoods.
Fucking do a little gambling.
Yeah, we're gonna have like a whole
drunk.
fucking weekend. Yeah, maybe we can even do like a live podcast from.
Oh my god,
from the casino.
I might have a TriCaster by then.
Yeah, so we can do like a video
podcast
live from the Foxwoods.
We'll grab people, maybe bring them in the room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll do it from the hotel room, or like live on the casino floor.
That equipment's pretty expensive to have when you're drunk and fucking had degenerates in your room.
Yeah, maybe we'll bring like a basic setup, just like straight audio, something simple, just where we can get
we can
drunk
maybe just bring this and do
shit-faced.
the audio, maybe.
Yeah, bring a computer, bring some mics, and do recording right after we're totally shit-faced after the concert, after we've been gambling. Bring some girls back up to the room and do a show.
Do some live interviews in the pool.
Yeah. Hey, like them apples, Miscreants. Now that would be a fucking show.
That'd be fun. And hey, some of you guys should meet us up there.
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah. I'll post exactly when we're gonna be there. If people want to come out to
come
fucking
say
Foxwoods.
hi.
We got a few people who listen to the show I know on GrindFactor who aren't even that far from Foxwoods. So
really, can we say their username at least? Or?
I know BBT lives close. Reckless, he lives close. There's a few people who live close enough to go there.
That'd be a fun night.
And Foxwoods is fucking great. The last time I went there, I had a total. Actually, I almost overdosed the last time I went there.
Is it better than Atlantic City?
No.
Nothing really compares.
Nothing really besides Vegas. It's the only thing that compares to AC. But Foxwoods is the next best thing, I would say, because it's still like a big place. Casino's really fun. Yeah, it's a great night out. There's concerts, there's pools, there's tons of tons of girls, tons of really nice clubs to go dancing and meet chicks, and free booze while you're gambling. You know, every kind of gambling you could want. You know, blackjack, hold'em, whatever your preference is. And last time I went there, I did pretty well. You know,
I never do fucking well. I always lose.
You always lose
every
your shirt?
cent that I bring.
What do you play?
Fucking roulette.
Oh yeah,
you
like
pick the color or whatever.
Yeah.
Because the reason why is because there's nothing else to do but fucking gamble. So even after like I'm on top for a little bit, I'm like, oh, might as well just keep gambling because the only thing to do here is to fucking drink and gamble.
Well, that's what they count on.
You know?
Even if you're up, they count on you just staying and keep constantly playing. The longer you
what the
play,
fuck
the more
else
you're
gonna
gonna
do?
lose. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you gotta know when to chill, when to just like leave the tables alone and go to the bar or take a girl back to your room and start the next day, or you know what I mean.
The last time when I went with my friend Mike, you know, I actually didn't gamble at all. I just went there to drink.
Right, that's cool.
Because I'm like, you know, fuck this. I'm not losing a grand again or more.
I know. It feels like shit.
It's like
when you lose. It really feels like shit.
But even when you're just drinking, is not enough because you're just standing there watching people gamble. It's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want, you want something to do.
Fucking needs to be more shit there. And you're right. They do count on that shit.
Yeah, that's how they make their fucking bones.
Hell, you're at the table long enough. They bring you a drink to get you drunker to spend more money.
That's why they give you free booze while you're at the tables, because they want people loose and inebriated.
This is like, this is a great service. No, they're getting you to spend your money, jackass.
Yeah, exactly. They're getting it. Trust me. Like, you think they're not losing money on those drinks.
Oh, fuck no.
Not even close, you know.
The house is on top always.
Yeah, the house always fucking wins. That's for sure. So if you ever get lucky enough to, win a little bit, then, count yourself lucky and walk away. Because they'll get it back. That's for damn sure.
Oh, man.
But, if we go and we see a concert, so we're not going just to gamble. So we go see a concert, we do some gambling.
Is there strip clubs in the area? We should hit up a strip club.
Yeah, there's strip clubs. There's bars that just have, like, really hot chicks dancing.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot to do besides just gamble. There's pool
See,
parties.
that's a fun night out. Fuck gambling.
Yeah, I don't want to just lose money. I want to do other shit.
You might as well fucking go to a strip club. If you're going to lose your money, at least do it with getting lap dances and tits in your face.
Yeah. At the pool parties at Foxwoods.
And drink. And you can
insane.
drink there too, so.
Yeah, you can drink there. There's, plus you're always in a bad mood after you lose all your fucking money anyway. So a little bit of gambling is always fun. Like, have like a limit set. Let's say you don't want to lose more than a couple $100. Fine. Play with that. If you win, you win. If you lose, whatever.
Right.
But then know when to stop. So I have, I'll go for a little while and I'll throw a few $100 on the table and, that's what I'll play with for the night. And if I lose it, then, whatever. But I won't go to the really big tables with like the huge buy-ins where like I won't fuck around like that.
There's plenty of ATM machines around.
Oh yeah, there's always a way to get more cash. That's for sure. But if some people are crazy, if you go to the really high end tables where like each hand is like $100 minimum, $500 minimum, you can lose a lot of money really, really, really fast.
Yes, you can.
But if you stick to like the $5 minimum, like blackjacks or $10 minimum poker, stuff like that, where you're just betting, $5 and $10 at a time.
And then you're gonna be like the old people do the slots.
Yeah, the penny slots and shit. So there's a lot of ways to do it that don't involve losing a ton of money if you have like at least some self control. And then you drink and you have fun. You go to a club, you mingle. Tons of good restaurants. Like Foxwoods they got Michael Jordan's, which is the steakhouse, which I don't know if you've ever been there.
Never been.
It's the best steakhouse probably I've ever fucking been to.
Really?
It's super expensive, but it's fantastic.
What's that really expensive one in the city? Fucking
Ruth's Chris. There's a Morton's.
There's another one. That's one of the White Plains, right?
Which one?
I think it's
in
Brooklyn.
There's a lot of really expensive.
You can only pay in
steakhouses.
cash.
I don't know.
But yeah, they have like all kinds of aged beef. Like
they have
shit
the most.
Is like
it's like
off the chain.
$50 for a steak. You know what I mean? Like all these crazy sides. Lobster mashed potatoes and just like it's just really, really, really good. So, spending a weekend up there would not be bad. And I could use the fucking vacay. I could use the break. You get a couple massages.
Oof.
And not your kind of massage with a fucking jerk off afterwards. A regular massage.
That's the only way to do it. That's the only way to get one.
I know you got a little perked up there when I mentioned massage.
I did. My eyebrows went up.
Forgot who I was talking to over here. Jesus. Just a nice relaxing weekend. maybe hit the sauna. You know what I'm saying? Like a relaxing, chill weekend with some hookers.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
Miscreant Hour live from Foxwoods, baby. Count on
Meet
it.
us there.
Yep. Book it.
Or don't, because maybe it'd be weird. I don't know.
Yeah, or don't. If you're a hot female listener, then definitely meet
Yeah,
us
so
there.
any broads listening, yeah, please come.
Yeah. Guys,
Open
yeah.
invite.
Stay the fuck home. So we got a little bit more time left to bullshit.
Yeah, well, any other things going on news we can talk about?
I don't know. I heard that they're murdering like a bunch of chickens. Did you hear about that? Like the
No.
swine flu has come back. Like now this one's like
Really?
H1. The first one was like H1N1. This one's like H1N2.
Oh my god, another strain now.
Second strain. And like there's this and basically what they're doing to eliminate it is they have to kill like 5 million chickens and like birds to attempt to wipe out the flu. And so this fucking poor bastard farmer in California, he has to get like his whole fucking flock of chickens has to be killed.
Oh man,
which sucks balls.
Yeah,
That's a lot of dead chickens, dude.
a lot of the chickens, a lot of money lost for him. I'm sure.
A lot of money lost for him.
Those farmers, man, boy, that's a rough life.
That's not an easy job.
No, it's not, and they don't make much money.
No.
So something like that just kills.
I mean, how do you really recover from that? I mean, maybe like the government will offer him some kind of like subsidies or something like that to recover. He has insurance, but
look, these guys barely. They just make enough to stay afloat.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, the agriculture industry is pretty heavily subsidized because we count on that, so they get money just by doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
And you know,
they pretty much get enough money to like just barely support themselves and be a farmer.
Yeah, which is like full on, you know,
which
like
is a
20-hour workday.
Right.
Which is like a really bust your ass kind of job.
All day long.
All day long.
Job.
You know, waking up at fucking sunrise, going to bed at, you know, sunset. So, yeah, it's definitely tough work.
And doing it all over again the next day.
Yeah, it's tough work, but it's also like, you know, it's like dignifying work, you know, like because you're outside and you're working the soil and you're kind of just like, you know,
bosses. You're working for yourself.
Yeah, you're just
doing
nice
about that too.
Yeah, I could almost see I can see how peaceful it would be to like live out on like a big ranch somewhere
and
have like a
do
farm,
your work all day
just
long.
do your thing and make a little money, but you don't really need that much money because you live a very simple life. You know, you cook, you eat your own food. You eat, because you have your own eggs and chickens and cows and whatever the fuck else. You just chill on the farm.
Yeah,
could be cool.
I'm sure then we do it for like a week and we're like, holy fuck.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be able to do it.
This.
I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm a city guy for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't. But I would definitely like to chill for a bit doing it.
If you're the kind of guy who doesn't mind that kind of work or you could handle it, I think there's some nice things about it.
Yeah, it's got its perks.
It's got its perks, is right. Because I think once you work a job or you work a shitty job that you have a lot of supervisors, too many chiefs, you know.
Right.
It really sucks.
Yeah, so the incentive of being able to just
having someone over your shoulder all the time, poking you.
Yeah.
Really blows, man.
Yeah, the whole office corporate environment sucks, and then or just having a shitty boss, being able to do your own thing.
It never used to be like that. This is like this new age. Everyone's like treated like a baby and under such scrutiny.
Yeah.
With too many bosses, like we everything has to be so regulated, and before the workforce probably with our parents and after. Like, it was just so laid back. There wasn't that over, micromanaging kind of stuff going on. Like you have today, it's just insane.
Well, that's why it's nice being in business for yourself, not having to answer to anybody, which is what I would love to end up doing eventually, start some kind of business.
I would too. That's the dream, isn't it?
Do something.
Working for yourself is a dream.
Yeah, you're your own boss, You don't have to listen to anybody else or be on anybody else's schedule. That would be ideal. And, once this podcast takes off, when we become millionaires.
Maybe even billionaires.
Then, we'll be set.
Yeah. Imagine having a Miscreant Hour office.
It'd be fucking awesome.
Actually be able to hire people to work. Can you imagine that fucking shit?
I can. It would be totally awesome.
Actually be able to pay people to work on our show.
It'd be the funniest company, and it would be the funniest company ever to work for.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah, we're not
dress code. People could just come in wherever the fuck they want, wear whatever they want, and just could have beer and bourbon all over the office.
Pay someone to work that TriCaster.
Yeah,
so we don't have to do it anymore.
In case we want to do the recording and the fucking promoting and advertising and deal with all the
fucking
bullshit.
Fantastic.
So that way all we have to do is drink and...
It'd be even better for you.
Yeah, it'd be great.
That's a good job.
Absolutely. Guy can dream, can he?
You can. Can't stop you. They can't take your dreams away, can they?
No,
Right?
he can't. It's the one
The
thing...
man can't take your dreams away, damn
one
it.
thing that fucker can't take from you.
The man. Fuck the man.
Fucking man. I want to be the man. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
I want to be the one stepping on heads to fucking get to the top. I'm tired of being stepped on.
Me too, but I don't think I would get satisfaction of crunching heads, though.
I
want to be the man, but I want to be the man that people are like, he's all right.
Yeah,
he's all right.
He's kind of cool.
He kind of, he does what he's got to do. He kind of leaves me the fuck alone.
Yeah, but he doesn't fuck
But he
anybody
doesn't fuck. He doesn't fuck with people.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be a dick.
I wouldn't be a dick.
But unfortunately, a lot of times with great success, you kind of have to fuck over at least some people to get there. Really, not many people make it by being super nice guys.
Right.
And,
I mean,
that's just one of those sad things about
making
life
the
and
tough
success.
decisions.
Yeah, making the tough choices. And not nice guys finish last. I'm a firm believer in that principle.
Yeah, I do believe that. I think that people are more headstrong. And
yeah, you don't want to be a total fucking asshole, but you can't be a pushover little bitch either. You got to know when to take charge and when to kind of step over someone's back if you have to.
People with that cutthroat mentality, I think obviously they're gonna really step ahead of people. But
yeah,
I don't know. I just don't think I have that kind of personality, and if you know it's not you, then you probably just have to accept that you won't get that far.
Yeah, that you're meant
maybe
to
at least in business or whatever.
Yeah, you're meant to just be squashed by the man.
Exactly.
Mediocre.
Just take the paddling.
Exactly. Just be
bend over.
Just be a fucking schlub.
Yeah.
It's okay. Someone's got to do it.
Right. We can't. Look, there's only so many the mans.
That's what I mean. Like, we can't all be the man. Like, somebody has to be the fucking poor bastard that gets stepped on while the man gets to the top.
That's right.
So if that's you,
then it's me.
Then that's you.
What can I do about it?
What can you do? Someone has to do it.
Yeah.
And better you than me.
Yeah.
I'll step on you to get to the fucking top.
Fine.
I'll fucking step on you and replace you with this fucking show.
Freeze my back and then you slip and break your ankle.
Yeah. Best way to run a race is to grease the pole underneath you. Oh, man. Okay, I think we've wrapped up our topics for this fine show.
Okay,
and,
this is definitely a little laid back show. But hey, folks,
it's cool. We're chilling.
Just a little teaser maybe in the future. Mr. Blue might be getting a TriCaster. Maybe I should have said that.
They don't even know what the fuck that is.
No, they don't even know what it is. So what
they
the
don't
fuck
know what
does
that
it matter?
is. Yeah.
All right, well, I shouldn't even just say that. I should just say we may be adding a video element to the show.
Yeah, they get that. Yeah, there might be some videos, and that means when we have really hot chicks on, like hookers and stuff, you actually get to see
what's
them.
going on.
Yeah. So if we do start doing a video element, be absolutely sure that we will be getting way more hot chicks on the show.
Yeah, we'll be going out of our way to do that.
Yeah, that will certainly be a part of it.
So hopefully good things to come. I think I might set up an appointment with the guy to go check out some equipment.
Yeah, I bet you're gonna check out some equipment.
Ooh, you know.
Bag it.
But yeah, big things ahead. We say that, and I think we've improved from our very first show.
First show sucked.
Oh god, I can't even listen to it.
Nah, me neither.
But yeah. Again, please, if you can, write a review on iTunes. It would help. Thank you.
Subscribe and review on iTunes. You fucking lazy
Appreciate
bastards.
it.
Jesus Christ. Takes 2
really,
seconds.
I do.
Okay, so that's all, folks. Thank you for joining us. As always, you're Mr. Scag.
Mr. Blue, have a good week, everybody. Talk to you next time.
Later.